It is an awesome thing to own property. We're camping on our property here in Eloy, Arizona. Here's our property that we're staying on. We've got approximately a half an acre here that we're camped on. And when we're older and we've retired, we wish to sell some of these assets and we can sell this. But in the interim, we can utilize it and enjoy it. And that's what we're doing today. We're enjoying it. We're gonna do some hiking and a lot of exploring. There's a lot of stuff out here in this area. I want to show you some things I found here. This is pottery that I found laying right here. I'm gonna put these right back where I found them. We're in Rattlesnake Haven here, folks. No doubt about that. What we're searching for right now is a cave, an enormous cave that I first saw about 25 years ago in these mountains. And we're out here searching for that cave again. And there's a story behind that cave, and it's quite interesting. When I get closer to these mountains, I'll tell you the story behind that cave. So we're out here where nobody else is. I can promise you that. If you get hurt out here, you're in big trouble. So check it out. I found this just right here. You know, it's just hard to believe, you know, thousands of years ago. Who knows how long ago this was being sculpted by human hands out in these mountains. Get up on top of this ridge here and we shall take some more photos and just take in the beauty of this place. We're just outside of Picacho. Picacho is right on the other side of these mountains over here. You can see I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I truly am. It took me 2 hours driving on a four-wheel drive road. I was here with my little brother 25 years ago. Just thinking about you, little bro, up in here. You gotta be very careful. Keep your eyes out for snakes. Well, my little brother and I were up in these mountains here. We hiked way up on this ridge, and I remember it was beautiful because there was some really steep rocks I was climbing up. And I was jumping from like one ledge to the next ledge. You know, because when you're young and stupid and you got a lot of energy, you can do things like that. I was literally up here climbing these giant cliffs, you know, I'm serious. We're like 50, 60 feet straight up, and there was just sheer drops. And I'm jumping from one ledge to the other ledge to get up to this window. Is what I kind of best way to describe it, that I could overlook on the valley and see the highway on the other side of it. And that was the objective, you know. I was just trying to get up there like that, and lo and behold, I got up there and it was a beautiful view. And I looked over and it was this, I believe it was this rock face, but on the other side of it. And I saw an enormous cave. I mean, it was humongous. And it was kind of square looking, and it was like right on the side of the cliff. And I didn't see any tellings that I can recall. Just looked out of ordinary, just like it wasn't supposed to be there. And I looked at it and I said, Marty, do you see that cave? Look at that thing. How could have we missed it? Look at the size of it. It's enormous. I remember stating to him, man, that's big enough you could drive a car through it. And it was just enormous. How could have we missed it while he's hiking up this whole way? You know, did we just not look on the other side of the canyon here? And how could we miss that? And we were just flabbergasted by what we were looking at. And we climbed down the ridge, all the way down that ridge and up the other ridge. All the way down and up the other ridge. And we couldn't find that cave nowhere. We couldn't find that cave anywhere. We looked and looked and looked, and it was like it just disappeared, like it vanished in thin air. How can that happen? How can we miss it? It was so big. It was probably 15 feet by 15 feet. It's enormous. And yet, it wasn't there. Did we, walk on a different part of the ridge? What happened? Why could we not find this cave? Why did we not see it as we was climbing up the face of the other cliff? Is it just hidden behind some trees or rocks and just at the right angle up at that top of the other ridge you could look down and see it? That would be the obvious answer, but I don't know what to say to you other than it's over here somewhere. It was right here. This is where it happened, in these mountains. And I'm out here looking for it again, 25 years later, maybe even 30. From this point here, I could hike into these mountains quite fast. I could see that. I could just come right up into this mountain rather quick. And I don't know exactly where that cave was that I saw with my brother. I'm between these two rocks. It was a very dangerous climb. I would never make that climb again without some type of rope or assistance. But I climbed up there and I looked over the valley below and I could see Picacho Peak on the other side in the freeway as well. It was a breathtaking view. I'll never forget it. I know that I'm in the proximity of that cave that just mysteriously vanished and I could not find it. It was something that should have been easily found because it was on the side of a cliff and I just couldn't find it. When we climbed back down off of one ridge and back up the other ridge, I searched everywhere and I could not find this cave. It was big enough to drive a vehicle through. It was enormous. And we will be back. I will come back. I've got to hike onto the other ridge between these two mountains. That's on the other side of this rock that we're looking at right now. I believe that's where the cave is. I would love to hike through all these canyons here. There's just, I believe that much of this is unexplored. When was the last time man had walked through these areas? Very hard to say, but there is a cave in this area that's enormous, and I want to come back and find it. I believe that there's something magnificent awaiting me in that cave. I'm scanning the mountains to see if I can find any signs of ancient civilization. Any cliff dwellings, any Indian artifacts, anything that just jumps out at you. There will be another adventure, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching my video, and we'll see you on the next one. Looks like there'd be a fishy down in there.